We made it. We made it. We made it. Week fucking 1, the NFL season 2022. We are back again with the 4th year running Sunday morning IDP live show. Answering offense, answering defense, answering dynasty, answering start sit, going over the news. You know what it is. You've probably been here before. If you haven't, thanks for joining us. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up this video, share it with a friend. And yeah, we're just chilling. Nothing too crazy. We are just going to be covering the usual, like every year, covering the starts, the sits, answering your questions, comments, anything you got. How you doing, Bill?
I'm excited, man. I'm ready. This has been a good weekend. I get to see, the ultimate revenge game. I went across to Illinois today and just threw a whole bunch of money onto Carolina, and hashtag keep pounding. Hashtag.
Really nice. I like that. I was kind of thinking about going over there and putting some more stuff in, but I already went over twice this week and put in some bets. So
I cleaned up in college yesterday, so I had to go sprinkle.
So you had to go put all your money back on the block.
Sprinkle on. Well, I didn't use my full bankroll that I won from yesterday, but I put a little something on there.
All right, what my friend here, damn thing? Yes, you already know we are. Go check out the IDP Army if you want to see our rankings. But we're here to answer all your questions: offense, defense, anything. What's up, Mace? Was talking to Mace earlier on a space. We were doing a Sunday morning pregame space, which I might do that again next week. If you're on Twitter, make sure you jump in any spaces you see because we got a lot of good stuff to talk about in there.
Heck yeah.
Heck to the yeah.
Dude, so George Kittle out today is very interesting for Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, I don't have enough Deebo this week.
Well, I had to go put his over in receiving yards.
My brother.
What's up, JP? Had to go put the over on his receiving yards. It's only 59
only 40 something, wasn't it?
It's 59 and a half. It jumped up.
Dang, it was like 10 yards lower than that.
Well, yeah, as soon as that Kittle news dropped. But I feel like 59 is low end. But then again, we don't exactly know what Trey Lance is going to look like. It's going to be a fun day.
No, we do not. It's raining in Chicago, too. It's supposed to be rainy and crappy all day.
Yeah, that's why his over rushing yards is like an absolute lock.
Did you take it?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like 38.
I don't think that was wise.
Why? In his one game that he played last year, he played a half of the game. He had 32 rushing yards.
Oh,
Trey Lance.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking Deebo. Sorry.
Oh, no. I'm talking Lance.
I thought you were talking Deebo.
Yeah. Sure. Trey Lance over 38. That's definitely going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Twitter Spaces is tough because it does, like, when I set them up and make them go, it usually kills it and, like, rugs me out, which rug is a term people use for Twitter Spaces when it just shuts off. But I'll jump back onto it. I had to open it 3 different times before it would open on my phone too, my guy. So that's just Twitter. If the connection sucks, try to jump back in again. You can listen on desktop, but you cannot speak on desktop. So if you want to talk in the spaces or hop up on stage, you got to be on your phone.
I did not know that.
Yup. Well, we don't really have much news going on yet.
Nope. J.K. Dobbins out. George Kittle out.
Yeah, I was telling Mace I've never drafted never drafted George Kittle ever until this year. I drafted him in one league. And of course he's fucking, and it's one of my big dog bash leagues. So it's like super important league. And of course he's doing George Kittle bullshit.
It's true. All right, JP put in the chat, please pick 2, Miles Jack, TJ Edwards, or Cody Barton.
Miles Jack is a lock for me.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to lean Cody Barton over TJ Edwards personally.
Yeah, I probably will too, but I don't hate TJ Edwards this week either.
I'm going to look how I have my rankings real quick.
I think Barton.
Whoa. Shaquille Leonard's out. I thought that said Shaquille Barrett's out. I about fell out of my chair.
No. Who's in Leonard's spot?
It's either going to be EJ Speed or there was another guy whose name I forget.
Bomber's in here. I know he knows.
Yeah, Bomber's got the goods. Bomber's our deep diver.
He probably told me to my face when we were doing our preview pod.
Bomber's in the weeds with old Tom, so he'll go straight to the bottom of the depth chart and tell you why that guy's awesome. Tom's favorite player for years was Kiko Toure. That tells you anything. Billy and I both clicked that at the same time.
We sure did. I'll let you do the clicking. I just figured.
No, I mean you can click too. It's helpful to have other people clicking around. Okay, I'm looking here at my rankings. Yeah, I have Miles Jack at 17 this week, and then Cody Barton at 27, and then Josie Jewell's doubtful. I didn't know that. I'm gonna bump EJ Speed up a little bit. Pratt is out. Drew Tranquil is questionable. That's interesting. I don't know where I have TJ Edwards in my rankings. I can't find him.
Bomber's going Jack and Edwards.
Yeah. So if Bomber says Edwards, then that's agreed.
I don't hate either one. I don't feel like you can mess. I don't think that's a mess up. What
about Micah McFadden?
I like Micah McFadden.
So he needs to be in my rankings this week. He's going to play.
Should play. He looked. I mean, they didn't get rid of Blake Martinez for nothing.
My thing with week one is that I'm so worried because like I played Jordan Fuller this week and he didn't play. And this is week one, and you just you can get I don't know. You can just get shafted when you try to play these guys sometimes that you're just not sure about. And so I'm trying to slide in guys that I feel most confident in all my spots.
Yeah. All right. Question.
Go for it. What is it?
Damon says, morning. Derwin James, Foye, and Devin White. Pick 2. I'm probably going. Ooh. Man, I feel like Derwin's going to get a lot of work.
Yeah, I don't know, though. I'd probably sit Derwin straight up.
Yeah, I guess.
Foye's a beast, and Devin White's a beast. And Devin White plays the Cowboys. They're going to try to run. Zach's not going to be going deep today, I don't think, too much. So that leaves a lot of over-the-middle stuff. And they'll blitz him, and their offensive line's jacked up.
I think it's going to be, I don't know. I'm sticking with Derwin. Derwin and Devin.
I'm going Foye and Devin.
The double Ds.
Double D me up.
Yep. All right. May said a DM was just sent to him that says Yannick Ngakoue or Matthew Judon. Judon every day of the week, twice on Sunday.
Love Yannick Ngakoue, the player, but the IDP player, I mean, he's a break the glass guy. Yeah, I have TJ Edwards down in the at 50. So back to that previous question, I was on point with what I was saying.
Bomber said Judon. Bomber said Derwin and White, which I agree with completely. May said Foye and White, though. I like these differing opinions. Keeps it fresh.
Well, we're not the. Never mind. I'm gonna do my best. I'm not gonna throw it.
Don't
shade.
Start in week one. Don't start in week
Less
one.
Shade. No, I need more shade. What up, Chips? What up, Tyreek? Sorry, shut up.
Can I read the messages?
I mean, can you?
Feel good about my squad, so here it goes. Chubb, Mixon, Najee, pick 2. Good God, Rougarou. What league is this?
I would go Najee and Mixon.
I would.
That game's going to be crazy.
I would too, although, well, do I trust the Panthers defense?
No.
Of course I do. Hashtag keep pounding. Chubb ain't getting shit today.
Oh my goodness. What up, Tyreek? I threw Tyreek up because he's been here since year one. He's one of the only fuckers that still shows up every Sunday from the very, very, very jump. One of the OGs of the IDP army. Appreciate you, Tyreek, my guy. White for sure. Coin flip, Derwin and Foye. So yeah, there's definitely some differing opinions going on out here.
Mm-hmm. This is the company where we have that.
I don't mind. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like people are down on Devin White because he didn't explode last year. But I mean, he exploded so much the year before. It was almost like you needed to expect him to come back down a little bit. And he still finishes a top 15 linebacker. That's tough to bench any week, even for like a top 5 DB, because he has overall number 1 upside, you know? So
Yeah.
that's just how I look at it.
I feel you.
Nice.
Oh, fair enough for group. I feel like you're good with Najee and Mixon, though.
This next question's a good one. PPR flex, Dylan or Gibson?
I think it's Gibson, like with the amount of work he's going to get this week.
See, I was kind of on I kind of thought Gibson too, but I just feel like this Packers team, again, they're going to run through what they know. They're not going to throw the ball to Sammy Watkins a lot. They're not. I mean, it's literally going to be they're just going to whatever makes Aaron Rodgers happy and comfortable, which is probably going to be a lot of handoffs because Zadarius Smith and Danielle Hunter are coming off the fucking edge and they're missing 2 of their offensive linemen. He just doesn't have, no matter what this Aaron Rodgers, just look at the actual situation. If they're going to get the ball moving and they're going to try their fucking damnedest to win this game, it's going to be through the running backs, in my opinion. Whereas Gibson's on the Commanders with Carson Wentz. It's just
going against the Jaguars.
So I don't fucking care. Jaguars defense is not that bad. The problem is their offense just gets off the field every 3 and outs and they get tired by the 4th quarter because they're playing a zillion snaps. Jaguars defense is not that bad.
It's Gibson. Just what are we talking about? AJ Dillon's not getting full workload. He's split time with Aaron Jones. I don't. Gibson's going to be out there pretty much the whole entire time unless they need a catch up with J.D. McKissic. But Carson Wentz also can't really dump off passes very well. That's why Miles Sanders was so bad all those years.
May says Gibson.
Obviously.
I'm going to write it down.
Write it. I got some Cam Akers stock to sell you at some point too. Xavier McKinney or Justin Simmons? Justin Simmons, and
no, I'm playing Xavier McKinney over Justin Simmons. Yeah,
right.
That's pretty easy. Mace, you should know that. Chris Elliott says pick 2 at LB: Zane Collins, Devin Lloyd, and Cody Barton. Thanks. Cody Barton's 1 for sure.
Yeah. Man, that is frustrating with those other 2.
Zayvon Collins, right?
Yeah.
I'm probably going to go with him.
I guess I am too, but I don't love it.
No, I actually, and the more I think about it, again, though, it's just Lloyd's, it's his first game.
It is his first game, and we don't know what. I mean, Foye is going to get most of the.
Exactly. Yeah, just play Collins, and that's probably the game you're going to want to watch more anyway. You're going to be watching the Cardinals and the Kansas City game. You're not.
Jags Washington is the most blah game.
Yeah, nobody wants anything to do with it.
It's going to be 13-10. There's going to be a field goal at the end. Carson Wentz is going to throw a weird pick, and Jacksonville's going to kick a field goal and win the game. We're all going to be like, what the hell just happened?
No, that's impossible because Carson Wentz is going to somehow magically win. And so they can talk tomorrow on Good Morning Football about, maybe this is his comeback. He's got Ron Rivera. And it's just going to drive me nuts. So
I think Ron Rivera is fighting with my guy Matt Rule for first coach fired. So he needs to win. If he loses to the Jaguars, it's not a good start.
Tyreek says PPR pick 2: DJ Moore, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Ayuk.
St. Brown for sure.
St. Brown for sure. I took his over on 5.5 receptions pretty easily.
I think that's pretty easy.
I didn't understand it. I was like, what am I looking at here? I'm like, what am I missing on this everything here?
I don't know.
Where this guy who was averaging 11 catches a game last year, they have his over under at less than half of that. I'm like, okay, I'll bite. Let's go for it. Why not?
And the other one's probably DJ Moore for me.
I was going to say that too. Ayuk, I just don't know about the passing volume with the 49ers.
I need to see 1 week of Trey Lance just to see what it looks like. And Chicago, sneaky good secondary. They're not a good defense, but sneaky good secondary.
No, it's not insane. It's a long time coming, and you're going to hear more of it.
Wentz shade is insane. What you just say what he did last year? I mean,
look what he's done his whole career. Nothing.
Well, calm down.
He's failed into accidental success so many times. It's unreal.
He was good the Super Bowl season.
I won't even speak. Myron Will White. What's up, my guy? He says, what's up, fellas? Alex Singleton, or Jonas Griffin today and rest of season. Tackle heavy. Thanks. I mean, we kind of have to see how it plays out today, right?
Griffith,
like I don't feel comfortable making a rest of season decision.
Yeah, that one's tough.
But for this week, I mean, what are your thoughts? I'm leaning Singleton because I know.
Fair enough. I was leaning the other way, Griffith, but fair enough.
That's just me falling back on, what I know, though, True. So I don't really have any real strong reasoning behind that. I mean, if I'm just being completely honest, they both play. I mean, they're both playing for the same fucking team. I just don't know what I'm going to see today. So I have no comment. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Myron. It's a wait and see.
Unfortunately. Yeah, you just got to see. I don't have any more information than you right now. I know Singleton's been okay the last few years, so. Jonathan Reteria says Judon or Greenard. That's easily Judon.
Yep. I mean, Green's in a decent matchup.
He's in a good spot for the season, but
Judon
matchup,
Judon's still the guy.
Yeah. Anthony says, "What's up?" Yeah, he said that. Start one PPR Nick Chubb or Antonio Gibson. In full PPR, Bobby Schmurda. You gotta go Antonio Gibson, right?
Yes. There you go. I'm proud of you.
What's good, Bobby? Come through more often, my guy. MVS, Ramondre Olave. Pick two, please.
Ramondre, I think I'm comfortable with. Between the other two.
Give me Olave.
Really? You think maybe Patrick's not going to try to get MVS involved?
Try, yeah. He'll throw him one or two balls. But I think I'm insane. That's my caveat. I'm crazy. Okay. But
yeah, you are. But yeah.
I think that people are massively underestimating the role that both Juju and Mecole Hardman are going to have on this team. Because it's easy to say Hardman hasn't done anything, blah, blah, blah. But
MVS is better than Hardman. Let's be honest.
Hardman has developed very well over the past 3 seasons. If you go look at all of his stuff, when he's been called upon and on the field, his catch rate is decent. His yards per reception are good. He has a nose for the end zone. He can get behind coverage. And his routes, he's not just a deep guy. That's another thing. I saw Josh Larkey, homie, said something about, he's just a gadget player. And I was like, that tells me you don't watch a lot of full Chiefs games. And so I went and watched. I mean, he's catching slants. He's catching sideline passes. He's running comeback routes. I'm like, that doesn't look like a gadget player to me. That looks like a receiver who, when he goes out there, he gets told what route to run, and he does it well. Does he also have the ability to do gadgety bullshit? Yeah. So, of course, they're going to use him for that. You get a lot of those swing around things that they did with Tyreek and the wide receiver screens, but that's normal. Any receiver that's good at that stuff is going to get that stuff, but you can't put him in that box when he's doing the other things well, too. So, my take this year is, I mean, again, he's had 3 years to develop with Mahomes, too. He's looked special at times. This is his chance to really do that. MVS just showed up. MVS has had plenty of opportunities to look special, and he's had like 2 or 3 games ever where he looked special. People forget. I mean, MVS had a punt return touchdown in the fucking Super Bowl. And then he had another one. I mean, he's a big time player, and it's easy to forget that sometimes because he's been surrounded by Tyreek, Patrick Mahomes, and Travis Kelce. But situation's different now. I think MVS hype is a little overrated, so I'm sitting off on MVS today
and putting a rookie in.
Well, no, but I am, because they need help there. I mean, I don't trust Michael Thomas. You can go back for years worth of stuff. I don't care how many.
Or Jarvis Landry or Alvin Kamara.
I mean, those guys are fine, but I mean, we saw them use him in the preseason. I mean, that means they want to get him involved early. So, I mean, that's my take.
Fair enough. This is wild. I would do MVS, but that's just me. Ramondre is a lock, though. Are you writing this one down too? What are you just gonna text me?
I just want to see.
You were wrong.
I just want to see if your general sort of apathetic, this is an easy one for me, is actually pulls off right. I just want to know. I don't want this to be forgotten, because you're gonna make me question my process. So I need to know, was I on the right spot or not?
Okay. Anthony says, would you play Leonard's backup? Shaquille Leonard's backup.
Yeah, why not? I mean, if you don't have anybody better.
I would check the waiver wire, but I would say yes. I think that's a safe bet.
What's the consensus on Tennessee and Tannehill? Tannehill, I think he'll throw an interception today. Consensus, I don't think he throws a lot of passes.
I think Tannehill is not long for the NFL world.
I don't think he's long for the Titans. I think he's long. I think he'll be in the NFL for a while. I don't think
as a backup, maybe.
He's better than Carson Wentz.
He's better than whoever Seattle's going to try it out there, unless they. But see, this draft. No, we're not going to get into college. I know you're going to get frustrated if I start talking about that.
Roquan Barton and Collins. It is glad we could help you, my guy.
Hell yeah.
Mason Lance to Ayuk will be a solid connection this season, but yeah, I'm waiting a week. Yeah,
it's just scary, Mace, because we just don't know what it's going to look like. Like we easily think that Kyle Shanahan's genius, but we don't know. Just don't know.
He's not a genius.
Well, okay, calm down. He's really good coach.
He should have won MVP that season. Are we talking about Carson Wentz?
We sure are. And he should have won.
Is this Josh's burner account?
He should have won the MVP that season.
God, I mean, the only thing that could have made anything about his career more insufferable is if they'd actually given him the fucking MVP. At least they got something right. Hear me out on this hot take. Playing Yannick over Neil Hunter because of matchup. I know Yannick is a classic 6 or 60 play. No, Yannick's a classic 6 or maybe 23 play. You're never going to get 60 points out of him, ever. Never, ever, 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 ever.
Maybe.
You might add Neil Hunter. That's all I'm going to say. But do you?
Okay.
Play my guy and Gabe Davis. So I have 2 spots left. AJ Brown, Claypool, and DK. I go AJ and DK.
Man. I do AJ and Claypool, personally.
Michael Thomas is still in doubt, so Ave is a new toy and will be showcased. Hey, you heard it here?
They said expected to play Rougarou. That's what Adam Schefter, the news god, said.
We'll see. Mooney or Olave?
Fair enough. Mooney.
Yeah, Mooney, I guess.
What are you talking about? Like,
Darnell Mooney is not special either. Justin Fields is not special.
This is unbelievable.
I mean, this is just. It's more than just a player. We're not lining them up and saying someone go run a route and someone run faster. We're talking about a football game. Okay.
Who else is Justin Fields going to throw the ball to?
It doesn't matter if he's only throwing the ball 18 times.
He's not going to throw 18 times.
How do you know that?
What is he going to run 18 plays?
You're not making any sense.
He's going to throw the ball more than 18 times in the game.
You don't know that.
What else are they going to be doing?
Running?
Against Nick Bosa in the San Francisco D-line? Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, their D-line's not that great. It's Nick
San
Bosa and
San Francisco's secondary is awful. That's how you beat San Francisco.
Okay, we'll see.
I cannot believe you're saying Mooney and Olave is a question. Weird. Yeah, please write that one down. Olave versus Mooney. Olave's never played a down in the NFL. What would he be getting love for?
Mm-hmm. Drake London or Tyler Boyd as wide receiver 3. Bash League 31 represent. What's good, Brody? Definitely going to be playing Drake London.
Me too.
Tyler Boyd, good play. And there's a chance, like if they don't throw to Higgins because of his injury or whatever, that he could get more work, but I don't want to risk it.
Yeah.
Because if that doesn't happen, then he's going to get maybe like a target or 2, I feel. I could be wrong, but that's just how they worked it last year.
Drake's London's injury is a little concerning, but I don't think it's that concerning. I think he'll be fine. He'll get plenty of work.
Aaron Rodgers or Trey Lance, PPR. I have Debo and a lot. Just go Lance. Just run the whole stack. Also, why the fuck is your picture a picture of Tekashi 6ix9ine? That's a great way to never get on the screen.
That's funny.
No, it's not funny.
It's funny in a funny way, but yeah.
I'm playing Trey Lance.
Wentz has a ring.
Wentz has a ring. Wentz has a ring. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, see? Bingo. You're fired. Wentz or Jones in Superflex. See, now we're talking. This is how you compare Carson Wentz. You find
Daniel
another
Jones.
terrible quarterback, and you say, "Should I play this terrible quarterback?"
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree that he's a bad.
Amazing.
I don't disagree he's a bad.
It's funny because I bet if we go back on this channel 2-3 years ago, you probably did say Carson Wentz was so amazing.
That's not even true. I've never said that. Josh has said that for the longest time. I told Joe at the beginning of last season, I was like, does Carson Wentz even make the Colts better? And Josh is like, what? And I was like, yeah, I don't even know. Like, I don't even understand what we're talking about.
All bullshit aside, I'm actually going to play Carson Wentz in this situation.
Well, yeah, I am too, just because I don't trust Daniel Jones. But
no, and again, it's just I think Tennessee they're gonna commit to the run, which means there's not going to be a lot of time, for Daniel Jones to really make up. I mean, if he goes out there and they're down, and he just throws 3 and outs. I mean, it's like, how often is he going to actually have a chance to even go score for you if they just keep handing the ball off to Derrick Henry? And in 3 downs against the Giants defense, he's going to make that first down play. So the clock's just going to disappear in this game fast. And I feel like Daniel Jones is just like, if he even scores a touchdown, it'll be like in the fourth quarter, probably.
I think like later in the season, I might be on Daniel Jones just because I like the coaching staff, the offensive minds, but like this
week 1 in this matchup, and they're on the road too, right? They're in Tennessee.
I think so.
I'm about 80% sure they're in Tennessee. I can find out in 2 seconds. I say 2 seconds.
Yeah, they're in Tennessee.
Yeah. I don't want any part of that.
No thanks.
Mooney is not special. Oh, brother.
Thank you, Anthony. This is insane that we're talking about this.
Of your Bash matchup. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to be doing some Bash stuff. I'm pretty much the way I'm doing the content this year is I'm kind of chopping it up into different avenues. So we got the big stuff is going to be on the channel and the YouTube, obviously, like this. Smaller stuff that's more entertainment based, I'm going to try to put on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and on Instagram. So that's probably where I'll put like pictures of the Bash teams, talk about Bash lineups, etc. I'll try to do it on other formats, but it's just not everybody's interested in that. So I don't want to go about making a giant piece of content about it if like a dozen people care. But if I have like, if I can make something small, get quick interactions, talk to people on TikTok or YouTube Shorts, and Instagram, that's I think that's a little bit more palatable. And especially since I'm going to be talking about a league, like it's going to be very the league focused content. Like, look at this fucking idiot's trash lineup. I'm so amazed. Like, it's not going to be like helping anybody in fantasy football. It's going to be fucking self-serving, self-righteous, egotistical bullshit, or just tilting nonstop. So that sounds fun, which is why we play fantasy. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram.
Thanks, Skippy.
Pouring rain in Chicago, too. That's another reason I'm like, Mooney sounds like garbage to me. I don't want to have anything to do with any of the passing game there. That's why I took David Montgomery in my match this morning to get a little different in my Hail Mary, is because I think it's going to be a heavy running game. I honestly, legitimately, you talking about me crazy. I do not think that there's a world at all where Justin Fields even hits like 25 passing attempts today. So I think completions wise, we're looking in the teens. And I think if this game is slow, he doesn't even get to 20. That's why I was saying earlier, like, Mooney, it's kind of irrelevant because I just don't see the situation. It's not about the player. He's great. He's fine. But what this game's going to be like with him and Trey Lance.
You said Mooney wasn't special. That was where you.
I don't think he's that special. Period. I'll stay on that. Brady says, hey, fellas, full PPR. I have Javonte as a starter. I pick one. Penny, Gordon, Lockett, Tolbert. That's Penny for me, easy.
Yes, agreed.
Because they don't know what else to do in Seattle but hand him the ball.
It's true.
And he's actually not bad.
This guy skips the line. He skips the line.
All right, I didn't see that. Oh, thanks for the super chat. Got $2. Appreciate it. We love that. If anybody else wants to throw a little super chat out there, it's always welcome.
Always welcome. And you skip the line.
Yeah, we can.
Ayuk or Stevenson, full PPR. I think I might. Oh, man, the rain situation is frustrating for Ayuk because I think that I like him better as a player, but for this one particular week, I think it's gonna be Stevenson for me.
this is a nightmare situation. Full PPR though.
I know.
I'm gonna lean Ayuk.
I just
Especially
don't know.
if George Kittle is out. Maybe it's
Here's
only
the thing.
one.
Like, you're worried about Justin Fields getting half. This one is just as scary. Like, this is.
But the thing is, again, this is Brandon Ayuk. They've used him on end rounds. They do all the same goofy ass shit that they do with Debo. They just do it less with him. So I mean, again, it's the team. It's more things around him. Ramondre Stevenson is a replacement level running back on the fucking Patriots. Like, there is, I don't like his absolute ceiling is like nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it really doesn't. I mean, what is it? 2 touchdowns on like 7 carries, maybe. But it's like Ayuk's already in a situation where George Kittle's out. We've seen him put up some decent games. We know that Kyle Shanahan's in his feelings a little bit about Debo.
True.
Give me that.
Okay. Yeah, Ayuk's the play. I just feel like Stevenson getting, like, I don't know, goal line work, touchdown, maybe out snaps Damian Harris.
Maybe. But again, it's maybe. Or he might not play at all. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, he literally might just be special teams. That's a Bill Belichick thing to do. All right. Oh, we'll go back to Tyreek real quick. I'm playing McKinney.
I'll be right back, by the way.
Yeah, right, go for it. I'm all by myself. All right, Rugeroo says I have played a DT and 2 DEs. Vita Vea with Nick Bosa and Quinn. That sounds like a great lineup to me as far as a setup for your IDP rosters. And Vita Vea is a great DT. I heard one of the stupidest things I've ever heard in my life. Yes, 2 days ago on Around the NFL podcast. They said Joey Bosa might have what did they say? Like a defensive player of the year season or something. I'm sorry. Joey Bosa is not a defensive player of the year caliber edge rusher. Maybe in the NFL 5 years ago, but with the guys that are in it right now, I mean, he's top 6 or 7 as a true pass rusher ability wise, but like he just doesn't make the impact on the field that a lot of other guys do. So I thought that was kind of a silly thing for them to say. I mean, he gets like 10 sacks a year. Is that defensive player of the year numbers? I mean, if you're Aaron Donald, it is, but nobody else gets defensive player of the year on fucking 10 sacks. I'm going to play James Robinson over Damian Harris, full PPR. Wow. Man, I don't know about that. I love James Robinson, but I'm a little bit sketched out by just volume. You know, he is coming off injury. What if they do just play him a little to ease him back in? I go Damian Harris, but that's me. That's just me. I respect it. I respect that you ride with J-Rob. He's a beast. Brady Zabludil. Also have London starting. Any of the guys in earlier question can start for him too. What was your earlier question, man? Oh, okay, you're talking about this. I'm still staying with Penny on this one. Welcome back.
Yes.
Still sticking with Penny on that one, Brady. Oh, and Michael Walker or Jonas Griffin. I think I'm going to take Michael Walker in that one.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Bomber. Jonas looks like a full go. Yeah, what's up with the injury situation? I guess we could pull that up. If you want to run the questions for a minute, I'm going to take a look at the
that's fine.
Notifications and stuff.
I got you. All right. Bomber said, but Michael also seems to have the dot. It's a coin flip, leaning towards Walker because he's healthier. I agree. Travis says, start Kyle Duggar or Nazir Adderley.
Kyle Duggar.
Yeah, agreed. All right. Anthony asks, who do you think Leonard's backup is? Speed or Franklin? I think it's Speed. But
that's what I think. But I have not kept up with that situation as closely as I probably should have, because when they said he was practicing, I just assumed, he's going to play. They said full practice. That was like last week. And then, or was that Wednesday? I don't know. And then poof, now he's just not playing. So I'm like, okay, if you can practice in full, you think you might be able to suit up in some capacity, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I might just try to stay away from it, unless you really, really feel confident.
Might need a week to gauge that one.
But I'm sticking with Franklin if I have to pick one, just because that's who I have kind of paid the most attention to in the offseason and heard the most about.
Yeah, we'll see. Rougarou says, I was trying to list my linebackers last night. Rashawn Evans, Micah Parsons, Rashawn Gary, or Foye. It's just what?
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Foye.
Parsons.
Oh, Parsons. What am I doing? I don't know why I was passing over this
If
guy.
it's two, then yeah, Foye and Parsons. But Parsons is the one. All right. Got a line jumper here. Tyler Will says, do you trust Devin Lloyd or Cody Barton more in week 1?
What's up, Tyler? I think I trust Cody Barton more.
I think I do too, but I mean, we don't know exactly, but I think Cody Barton's the better question or better answer there.
Yeah, I think he's the better play this week.
Need to see.
We saw that position
Devin
be
Lloyd
very
looks
productive last year.
Yeah. So, Cody Barton. All right. Back to Travis. Start Bobby Okereke or Levante David. And I think it's Okereke.
Really?
Yeah.
I lean David, but that's just because he has more big play upside, I think.
That's fair.
Let me see what my rankings say.
Bomber says Okereke as well.
See, I've got David at 15 this week, and I've got Okereke at like 30. I just don't see Houston playing a lot of snaps. You know what I mean? Like and I know maybe that's
I guess that's true.
Crazy talk, but that's just
It's crazy talk.
bomb.
All right. Chris Elliott says, thoughts on Jaquan Brisker today? I say fire him up, honestly.
I don't like playing Chicago Bears defensive backs ever.
They have a good secondary.
And I just don't know, Roquan Smith is such a beast across the middle there. And again, today it's raining and weird. You could play him. I mean, if you wanted to, if you're a Bears fan, if you draft me, if you're really a Jaquan Brisker guy, like do it. You know what I'm saying? But my thoughts are this is not the ideal time.
Here is not. I don't even know if this is a hot take. Maybe it is. I think this is where Brisker starts his defensive player of the year campaign for rookies.
Just week 1.
Mm-hmm. I think this is where he starts. I think this is the first one. He gets Trey Lance, which it's raining. Like Trey Lance is gonna throw some slippery balls out there. Jaquan Brisker might take advantage.
Slippery balls.
Just let it go, man. All right. Rougarou says, I have all 4 of them playing. It's a 4 linebacker league. Oh, well, damn, Rougarou. It's a good bunch of linebackers. Travis Knott, Danielle Hunter, or Josh Allen. Josh Allen for me personally.
I've got Josh Allen at 14 this week. I've got Danielle Hunter at 5. So I'm going Hunter.
Okay. I'm taking the player playing Carson Wentz. The man does not know how to throw the ball away.
Yeah, he sucks. I've been saying it for years.
Anthony says, good points. Thanks. I think that's to the EJ Speed thing. Rougarou said, I played Ramsey Thursday and I have 1 spot left. Marlon Humphrey or Trayvon Diggs. Humphrey. Tom Brady is not throwing a pick. I'm sorry. It's not happening. Like, he's not.
Tom Brady throws plenty of picks.
Yeah, but it's not in this game. Not against Trayvon Diggs.
No, I mean, Marlon Humphrey is obviously the.
You have a better chance of him getting mossed by Mike Evans than him intercepting a ball. That's what.
Mike Evans and his fucking hamstring injury that has been around for fucking 5 years now. Oh, it's so frustrating.
He'll be fine.
I know. Right. That's the thing. I've had him on my dynasty teams for 5 years, but every year he played with a fucking hamstring injury, and it's just like, dude, just like be healthy.
Richie says Tracy Walker or Rasul Douglas.
Tracy Walker.
I agree.
Sorry,
Tracy Walker.
Easy Tracy Walker.
But don't drop Rasul Douglas. I feel like he's still a guy, but he is a cornerback, so we'll have to wait and see. Bomber says Marlon has tackle upside, but Diggs has the interception upside, but it's against Brady. Exactly, Bomber. Against Brady. Bomber says Rue out there playing chess while others are playing checkers. Yep, those linebackers are tough. And then Bomber says Tracy Walker all day. Darius Brown says Tony or Devontae Smith already have AJ Brown.
I'll hit Tony.
I think Tony too. I think they want to get him early and often. So
they're gonna try to get him involved because he's like their main guy, right? Like he's their main wide receiver now. Like Kenny Galladay's dust, right?
Yeah.
Legitimately doesn't exist anymore.
I think he could maybe do something on a different team, maybe, but he does not appear to want to play football anymore, at least not with the Giants. All right, Rougarou says, I sacrificed my QB spot to upgrade my IDP, so I have Fields, Tannehill, or Wentz. Need 2. Woof.
Fields and I'll play Tannehill.
Yeah, I guess so, too, to be honest. But don't love it. It's just going to be really... I think I'd play Wentz. I really would. I think, I'm fine with playing Wentz this week if it's between him or Tannehill.
Yeah, I think that's like bottom of the barrel shit. I'd be fine with either of them. You can make the argument for both. I think Tannehill throws the ball more. I think Wentz throws the ball more. I think Tannehill has more rushing upside just because he gets like 5 or 6 every year. But you can make an argument either way. But Fields for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Anthony says I'll be back next week after Wentz goes off. Then I'll hear it was the Jaguars defense. Or he said in a nasal voice, it was the Jaguars defense. Okay.
No, you won't. Wentz won't go off. There's no world. This world you speak of doesn't exist.
I did my best.
Here's the thing. What is Wentz going off? He gets 220 and 2 touchdowns. Don't come out here and be like, he went off. Don't say that. 220
if he goes off for like 350, 4 tutties, then you can come in here and flex.
Exactly. If he goes over 3 total touchdowns, or if he even goes over, I'll give you 300 yards. If he just goes over 300, you can come in here and dunk all over me. I'll take it.
Bomber says every team has a weak spot.
Except the Bills. Brandon Cooks from Facebook user. Thielen, Michael Thomas, Ezekiel Elliott. Pick 2 for wide receiver and 1 flex. Full PPR also have Rodgers and Brady.
Brady or Rodgers.
Okay. I'm going Brady.
Yeah,
and then
Brady as well.
For my receivers, I'm going Thielen and
Elliott for me. Wait, pick 2 for wide receiver. Oh, 1 for flex. Gotcha. So it's 3 total. Yeah. So it's 2 wide receivers, Thielen and Cooks, and then Elliott.
Yeah. Agreed.
And then we'll see what happens with Michael Thomas this week because he is playing, but we don't exactly know what that means.
Bingo.
Darius Brown says, appreciate it. Travis says, Tracy Walker or Jerron Kearse?
That's tough. I think I'm probably going to go Jerron Kearse this week. But let's see what my rankings say. Yep, I got Jerron Kearse at 9 this week. I have Tracy Walker at 13.
Kearse it is. Bomber says, I'm rolling out Mooney and Sutton, but have Parsons, White, Campbell, Jamal Adams on IDP. Kearse is interesting because he's dinged up and playing tonight. If you can flex him, put Walkers in DB. Rougarou says, I just need 25 points from his bum ass. Well, we'll see what happens there.
We know. We're trolling too. Eli Mitchell or Courtland Sutton in the flex.
Sutton.
I'm going to go Sutton.
Sutton all day, baby.
Gotcha. Richie says pick 2. Chandler Jones, Emmanuel Ogbah, Robert Quinn, Yetur Gross-Matos, Carl Lawson, Charles Harris. Thanks, fellas. I'm locking in Emmanuel Ogbah.
Yep.
He's very underrated. Good ceiling, good floor.
Robert Quinn, maybe? Because if it is a heavy run game today, maybe.
Yep. It feels like Robert Quinn could be getting home for a nice fun sack or forced fumble today. I like that a
Tackles
lot.
go off.
I'm not really feeling Chandler Jones, although he usually has a good week one. He's just unreliable. I'm gonna go Ogba and Quinn. I like Lawson too, just because he gets to play Lamar. Lamar does take more sacks than you would like. Still very good, but I think Lawson could have a good game. But I'm gonna go Quinn and Ogba.
All right. Chris says, thanks, guys. Starting Brisker over Nick Cross.
Not a bad decision.
I'm good with that.
Oh, man. Football is coming soon. Can't wait.
All right. We were caught up.
All right, y'all. Hit us with any questions you got. I'm going to try to see if my Sunday ticket's working. Jacoby Brissett. King shit.
He's booty.
Dude, Mitchell Trubisky about to completely revamp his career, rewrite his history. Yes, you should dump Davian Clowney.
Yes.
I mean, if there's somebody better out there, presumably there is. Is it working? Red zone. You at least gonna give me my timer? It just says red zone channel. There's no timer on my channel. Richie says Brandon Jones or Walker. I think I have Walker a little higher this week, but they're both good plays. Let me check. DB. I have Walker at 13, as I've already said, and I got Brandon Jones at 15. So they're close, but I'm going to lean Walker.
Yep.
By just a smidge. Huh. I said I'm still logged in. All right, well. I can't wait for football. 1 hour and 13 minutes from glory. Unfortunately, today is also my niece's birthday party.
Oh.
Every fucking year on the first Sunday of football. And they have to have a big party for her every year. I'm like, man, that's just so awesome.
That there.
I just
love what we in the business call a tough break.
A bad fucking beat. Yeah, well, thankfully, people generally understand that like watching football is like work. But the thing is, like, people don't look like you can't like they're like my wife came in this morning and was like, "Oh, I'm so excited for you, blah blah." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm excited too." I'm like, but it's just like I'm also like working today too. Like I have to put up this live stream. I have to post. I mean, I was just like people think. I think people think that if you're a fantasy analyst, you just play. Like all you do is just like have fun. Like all I'm doing is just running around having fun. No, like watching football.
I was like
a very active activity for 8 hours, especially when you have to fucking talk about it and not sound like a dumbass for the rest of the week. You know, unless you take the route some people take where you just regurgitate everybody else's information, but we don't do that.
Like, especially because if you are like reading from like the game log or something, or like just the stats, and you don't actually know the context of like a certain play, like
yeah,
like you're just gonna sound like you're foolish.
Exactly. And I'm just like, I told my wife, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, why can't we have birthday parties on Saturday?
You know I don't understand why you don't have it on Saturday anyway.
Well, and the thing too is like it's annoying. My brother-in-law, like he plays fantasy with us. Like he knows it's the first Sunday of football, but he just like doesn't care. But like him not caring just makes it look like I'm a big asshole. I'm just like, again, it's like maybe he is just playing, but I'm like working. So
that's
I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. Anything I say here doesn't matter because I'm going to go to her party for at least a little bit, like I do every year. I'll never forget the first year Patrick Mahomes started. I was at her party and like my phone was just buzzing in my pocket because Mahomes threw like it was his 50 touchdown year, and he threw like 5 touchdowns or 6 in that first game. Kirk Cousins threw like 4 touchdowns. I just remember like I'm here at my niece's party, like grilling her burgers, and my phone just and I'm just like, and she's like turning 3. I'm like, this is fun.
Yeah, you'll get it back eventually.
God bless her. Sweet, sweet summer child. All right, y'all have any more questions? I mean, that's the fun thing about week 1 too, is like there's not like the decisions. We've had the same information for a long time. You know what I mean? Right. So in some regards, we kind of not have answered these questions. But I mean, your lineups you've been tweaking them and poking at them. I mean, there's not multiple sets of questions. There's really just like
the thing is week 1, everybody thinks they're right. Like you drafted your team, you've made little minor tweaks here and there, but you think you're right about what you're putting out on the field.
Mm-hmm. And I usually am.
Well, not you, but I'm talking about.
Usually come home with a big bag of money.
All right, we'll see. I can't wait for Olave to catch 1 ball this weekend, and you'd be like,
"You're gonna catch. You gotta catch the first ball of the game, for like 60 yards." You're gonna be like, "Yeah, it was an accident."
No, I know that won't happen.
Yeah, well, I intend on winning all of my leagues today, all of my pick'ems today, all of my daily. Everything wins. Only dubs.
Big dubs.
Got it? No L's.
CEH or DK? Ivan asks on YouTube.
This is painful.
I don't know what to do because
I'm going DK.
I think so too. Just because I don't love CEH.
And I just don't know. I don't know what we're gonna get with CEH.
I don't think I ever will, but we'll see. It's full PPR.
I have Jerick McKinnon on basically all of my rosters right now. Because last year he won me so much money in the playoffs for the Chiefs because he was basically their main running back. And I'm like, and he looked pretty good. And I was like, okay, like he's basically built like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, except he can actually do the stuff they want Clyde Edwards-Helaire to do.
I can't wait till the Chiefs draft a running back this offseason or this next draft. Like, I just can't wait.
It's just such a bummer that Clyde Edwards-Helaire is just like not.
Or
then there's the whole shoulder thing too. So
they could pick up Damian Harris or Josh Jacobs next season, which would be nice. It's what they're missing. They're missing an actual running back.
No, you're right, and that's the thing. Like that's the year that Patrick Mahomes hasn't been the same. They had Kareem Hunt. You know what I mean? Like that was literally the difference between like all the other Patrick Mahomes teams and this.
Well, even the Super Bowl year,
running back. Huh?
Damian Williams was really good for them, and that was a solid running back, and they should have just paid him.
Well, back. I thought he left because I thought he didn't play because of COVID.
He sat out a week. That's the start of the year. That's right.
Well, he opted out because of COVID for that whole season. Then he came back for the Bears last year.
Bears, and now he's on the
Now he's on the Miami, I think.
He's on Falcons.
Falcons, okay.
Yeah, he was before he was at the Chiefs. He was on the Dolphins. He's been around. Eli Mitchell or Cortland Sutton for the flex. Sutton.
Yeah, didn't we just answer this?
I feel like we did.
We just had a question almost exactly like that.
But it's Sutton all day, every day.
Sutton. Yes.
Anthony says, "Imagine if they still had Hunt."
He'd be leading the league in every rushing metric.
It haunts the Chiefs, I'm sure, to a little bit that he did what he did. I don't even know how to say that name. Sorry. Calais Campbell or DeForest Buckner.
Lofton.
There you go. Lou 32 Lofton asked Calais Campbell or DeForest Buckner. And yeah, it's Buckner.
Well, I don't know though. Campbell does get to play the Jets today.
Still firing up Buckner.
Yeah, I'm still firing up Buckner.
All right.
Who should I target in a trade? What are you trying to get rid of? What do you need? If it's just a flex play, then I would still try to get DK. If it's Dynasty, I'd still try to get DK for sure. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of context there.
I was about to say, if CEH does anything this week at all, I would try to dump him. Like, I want out of the CEH game. DK is going to be fine long term. Like, he'll be fine. This season, I think he'll be fine too. CEH will not, I don't think. I have him in a couple leagues just like as a speculative zero running back. Like, that was one of my guys that I picked, but I don't feel confident in it. All right. Q McBride asks Thomas versus ATL, Sutton versus Seattle, or Elliott versus Tampa Bay. Assuming you only need one, I would go Sutton versus Seattle.
Yeah, I agree. I think.
I mean, here's the thing. I think Sutton's going to be a top 10 wide receiver. Like, I truly believe that in my heart of hearts. So
this is tough. I agree with you, but I don't like it. I mean, I want to play Ezekiel Elliott, but I understand and I think I agree. The play.
I just don't know what we're going to get from Zeke. That line is bad now. Like, they just lost Zach Martin, so they're not going to be able to. I don't know. It's just going to be tougher, I think, this time around than it was at earlier times. So I just think Sutton this week goes off. I think Russ goes in revenge game against Seattle and just goes off and goes to his new toy.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. I don't trust Thomas unless until I see it.
Antoine Winfield or Harrison Smith?
Winfield.
Yeah, I have Winfield higher this week, but I do. I mean, like, do I? No, I have Harrison Smith as my number 2 DB this week. I have Winfield at 4.
Oh, okay. Against the Packers?
Yeah.
Okay. Respect.
Why not?
I mean, fair. He's going to have to throw the ball to somebody. And whoever he's going to be carrying. Whoever he's going to be matched up with is a bad wide receiver. So you're fine.
I don't know why he wouldn't play. I didn't see anything about him even being questionable personally.
Let's say, Twitter.
He is questionable. Didn't practice Friday. Wow. Okay, I mean, that's like big news. How did I miss this?
It's looking.
I mean, if he's sitting out Friday practices, that's definitely not good. And a neck injury is definitely not good.
I want off of that one, by the way.
Yo, what time is this game? It's tonight too. Yeah. Oof. That actually changes a lot of stuff.
Get me out of that.
Which streaming option? Well, who do you have available? I mean, that's definitely relevant. You could pick up Xavier Woods. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, he doesn't play there anymore. He Donovan Wilson. That's what I'm thinking of. Xavier Woods I think he's on the Eagles now. Donovan Wilson's probably going to be your immediate backup, though.
Yeah.
Quay Walker or Devin Lloyd?
Ooh, the rookie question. I like it.
Rook. Give me Devin Lloyd.
Devin Lloyd as well. I think there's a more defined role for Lloyd. As defined as that could be with week 1 and the rookies.
Red Zone just came on.
Ooh.
Our Sunday ticket just popped on. Oh, just
True.
Sitting here and minding my business. Poof.
Richie, this is just a dirty question to ask in this chat. But if we had to say something, if hypothetically this was a DST supported channel,
go Miami. I go Miami.
Yeah.
They're going to fuck Mac Jones up today.
Yeah,
that motherfucker is going to be shook. I mean, it's going to be some Sam Darnold. I'm seeing ghost shit out there today. Believe that. Especially after those 2 big plays. I mean, when we get like Tyreek goes around for 60 yards and he has to go out there and throws an interception and then just pepper Waddle and he's just going to be like, "What do I do, Daddy? Bill, what do I do? I thought we were good." You're like, "Motherfucker, you done." You're just going to beat his ass.
So you said they're going to bury Bill Belichick today. Gotcha.
Yeah, and Do you want to bet?
No, I agree with you. No. I agree with you completely. I think Miami wins this game. I don't think it's going to be relatively close. Like I think it's going to be
Exactly. I mean, they do terribly when Tom Brady played. They'd always get their asses kicked in Miami with worse teams than this team.
Yeah,
with Tannehill-led teams, okay, with fucking who was the other bums they had throwing the ball down there last couple of years?
In Miami, Brissett was one of them.
Yeah, I mean, literal scrubs are beating. So I mean, Tua's gonna ball, I think, today. So I'll go Miami. He's gonna put him in tough spots.
Ryan Fitzpatrick, I think he was there.
Yeah. Hunter Renfrow is out with COVID. That's nuts. I saw somebody draft him this morning.
Where is that being said?
Yeah, should we start linking our sources in here, please, friends? Do us a big favor. Do me a big favor, okay, man? Link your sources, bruh. That's good for Devontae Adams. That's good. That's really fucking good for Zamir White, probably. I play both fellows, my bad. Hey, it's okay. We're not like against you playing both. We're just sort of think that IDP doesn't make, or DST doesn't make any sense. It's like, why would you play fantasy football where you just picked a team, like, and they just score? You know what I mean? It's just like, it just doesn't make any sense. So why even put it into fantasy football?
There's literally zero things on Twitter or anywhere about Hunter Renfrow.
All right, Tyson Casey, what's up with this fake news you're spreading through here, my man?
I'm gonna go ahead and bet that's not true. Just feel like Field Yates.
22 Colt, 22 Christian Fulton or AJ Terrell. I like Terrell.
I like Terrell too.
Derek Carr, Trey Lance. I'm going to Derek Carr.
Yeah, Carr. I hope Trey Lance is good. Just can't.
Yeah,
this week.
I don't think he has the passing wise. I just don't see his passing numbers getting super high. Okay, fine, he'll rush, but his rushing, like, to make up for the fact that he really doesn't even have much passing upside, he has to rush for more than just your typical baseline running quarterback numbers.
Well, you're hoping it's Jalen Hurts last year. Like that's
exactly. But Jalen Hurts threw plenty of touchdowns last year, and that's the thing. I just don't know if Trey Lance is going to do that week one. You know what I mean?
We'll see. We'll see.
Woods on Carolina. Okay, yeah.
Oh, Woods on Carolina. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the one.
Thank you. Derek Carr, too. Give me Carr still. I like Tua a lot, but we saw Derek Carr drop back to pass a lot last year. We know this is a divisional game. They know each other. It's going to be a close, and I have a feeling it's going to be a high-scoring game. I like Carr in this matchup a lot. Ooh, this is a fun one. A.J. Dillon or Melvin Gordon? Whew, man. I love Melvin Gordon. But I'm slowly coming around to the idea that, like, A.J. Dillon is probably going to make a lot of people a lot of money this year, just based on the fact that I think this is going to be a more run-centric team than it has been in the past, and he can catch as well. I think this whole team's going to run through the running backs, kind of like New Orleans did there for that year or two with Kamara and Ingram, where it was like it was just them. And it was like
even just Chubb and Hunt. I mean,
exactly. So, and we've seen teams do that when you have good running backs that can do it all and keep each other fresh. They can get their 6-7 yards of play when they need to and kind of keep the chains moving. I could see them doing that intentionally, and that leads me to say that I think A.J. Dillon is over Melvin Gordon for me right now.
Agreed.
Amari Cooper or Christian Watson? Definitely Cooper.
Yes.
PPR, Gordon or Stevenson? Give me Gordon in PPR. I still think Gordon's going to see plenty of snaps. I think it'll be a lot closer to 50-50 again this year than people last year. People are like, oh, Gordon, it's not going to be 50-50. Javonte, blah, blah, blah. So, like, it's going to be whatever works. And Melvin Gordon has not worked yet. So they're not going to fuck that up too much. And, I mean, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot less a chance of just completely ghosting out of the game than Ramondre Stevenson does. So we got A.J. Dillon agreement here. If Kearse don't go, Donovan Wilson is my best option to replace him then. Probably. I mean, can you tell us anything else about what's on your waivers? Like what format you're playing in? Like any other information is good. Like if you just went to your waivers right now and just listed off 5 or 6 guys you were looking at, we could help you decipher who would be the best. Easier than just cherry picking a name like Donovan Wilson is his immediate backup. Play him because you might have starting DBs out there on the waiver that legitimately might be quite a bit better than Donovan Wilson. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So give us a little more info and we'll keep working through this with you. Irv Smith or Evan Ingram?
Irv Smith, but
don't expect much from either of them.
Yeah, Evan Ingram on Jaguars.
I mean, I would be thrilled with 5 points from either of these guys.
Yeah,
literally kind of how
I like Irv Smith. His injury affected him a lot, but he's third in the pecking order. So
that's Melvin pretty easy for me.
I agree, but I think eventually Jahan Dotson will be good for the flex. But yeah, I think it's Melvin Gordon right now. I know Jordan hates Carson Wentz, so anything that Carson Wentz is throwing the ball to is just not good.
No, I mean he's thrown to good receivers before. They just have not been Michael Pittman, and they're not going to probably be Jahan Dotson.
Yikes!
Actually, I don't know Jahan Dotson. I don't know anything about him. He might actually be really good.
He's a slot receiver, so
he's a big slot.
Not big. He's like 5'10".
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a small guy. Hooper and Njoku or Tanyan. Hooper's been getting a lot of buzz as being relevant in Tennessee, but I think it's going to be Big Bob for me.
See, I don't know. I think I would go Njoku there today. Because I don't know. Tanyan barely practiced, and he had the injury and stuff, and they were already, when he did get used, it was very sparingly. So that's just a whirlwind.
Well, I've heard that he's fully healthy this year. So
I've heard that, but I haven't seen that. I mean, again, I've heard the same thing, but it's
fair
just,
enough.
It's week
one. I just imagine Rodgers, like, who's he trust throwing the ball to right now? And I think Tanyan is one of the guys that he trusts. I mean, out of the few.
I like Hooper, but again, the moving teams thing's a little weird. That's why Njoku is just the consistency. It's the health. He got paid. There's not anybody else there to take away targets, really.
Cooper,
the wide receiver, Cooper. But I mean, yeah, there's just like those are minimal. He's going to be pretty high on the pecking order, regardless. I think.
Oh, I don't know. I don't
trust Brissett, and what we know about Jacoby Brissett, we've seen Brissett
he's bad.
He's bad. He's better than Carson Wentz, but he.
That is just disrespectful, man.
He's basically
what are you doing?
He where was I going with that? Oh,
he
threw a lot of touchdowns to Jack Doyle that year when he was with the Colts. Yeah. So and he likes to target those guys. So I'm just kind of recalling that, and I think Njoku just for me.
Hopefully they can even get a touchdown.
See, somebody else said this. They're on it too. So that's where I would go personally. I'm not against.
I don't care if Brissett loves anything on that team. He's not a good quarterback. I'm going to steer away from that.
No one said that. They said he was better than Carson Wentz,
which is not true either. That's so disrespectful with Carson Wentz. Grady Jarrett, Quinnen Williams, or Chris Jones. Choose two.
Big
Quinnen?
Q and Grady. Yeah. I'm over Chris Jones. He upsets me now.
And you hate Chris Jones.
I mean, he just doesn't do anything. He's like Frank Clark. He's just a name on the Chiefs. That's it.
Hateful. All right, Brian asked, David Long, Nick Cross, Jesse Bates, or Cody Barton at the flex? I love Bates. But
I would go David Long.
Yeah.
Assuming you're talking linebacker.
Yeah, I would. Well, it said flex, so I guess it could be anything. Yeah, David Long. But I love Jesse Bates. All right.
Yeah, I'm looking at Jacoby Brissett's 2019, and for a second I thought I was looking at Kyler Murray's 2019, but
13. It was 3 years ago.
I know.
Yeah, Brissett has only he's like, what is that, Pinocchio, where he's like a real boy and he starts going back to wood. That's kind of Brissett. Like he's starting to just go to a statue. Now he's going to be by the end of the season.
He's 18 touchdowns.
One per game, possibly. I guess I don't.
That a boy.
I think it'll be stretching it if he gets to 12 touchdowns in the 11 games that he plays. That's a stretch.
Ooh, what a disaster.
All right, is Zaven Collins a must start? No.
No.
Hopefully you have a better option.
Must start? No.
Reese asked Chubb or Sutton for my flex, and I am going to say
Chubb.
Oh man.
I'm not going into week 1 with Nick Chubb on my bench. Period.
I think wherever you drafted Chubb, you probably have to play him just because you're going to look like a fool if you don't. But man, Sutton is like I wonder who your receivers are. Like I would just think he would be good enough to put in that spot, but maybe not.
I go Grady Jarrett over Kwity Paye.
I would too, but man, this might be Quiddy's year.
Well, we'll find out after week 1.
I guess so. We don't know.
David Long, yeah, I'm playing.
Yeah.
Mr.
Mr. Freeze.
All right, now on the defensive end, Desmond King or Xavier Howard. Desmond King's on Houston now, right?
I think so, but Howard.
And then Howard, I honestly kind of like Xavier Howard.
Howard's going against Nick Chubb, or not Nick Chubb, Mac Jones. It's just reading Nick Chubb. Sorry. Anybody playing Mac Jones this year, I'm after.
Some guy on Twitter or in YouTube, I saw this on Dave Kluge was on his show, and he was trying to basically talk like Mac Jones was Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
Really, their stats are basically the same. I'm like, dear God, get me out of the off season.
Yes, exactly.
Fucking insanity. Wrong. Earlier, Melvin Gordon, Jahan Dotson, or
Christian Kirk or the flex. Melvin Gordon?
Wrong question earlier? I don't know. Give me Melvin Gordon.
Yep.
Sorry, my guy. I think we are a little confused on what you're talking about. Nick Cross, Kyle Hamilton, or Quay Walker in the flex?
That's
I'm
a
okay
good question. Yeah, I think I am too. Just need to see what
Kyle Hamilton, but
need to see what Kyle Hamilton, like what that defense looks like, because they have a lot of guys in that.
I will say Kyle Hamilton, if he were to have a week where he's just going to like literally just come out and just scorch earth, it'll be today against Flacco. Like it wouldn't shock me if he plays like 40% of snaps and gets like 2 tackles. It wouldn't surprise me either if he played like 100% of snaps, had a sack, had an interception, had like a tackle for a loss and like 8 tackles. Like either of those could happen, I feel like. Because that defense is just, there's no real playmakers on it. I mean, Patrick Queen sometimes makes plays. Their edge rushers, and their back end are good, but it's just like they don't really have that it factor. They've been looking for it. They brought in Justin Houston a couple of years ago. They brought in Yannick. Kyle Hamilton, I mean, I don't follow draft stuff, but I know early in the season people were talking like he was, potentially going to the top 3 picks. So if he's special and he gets out there and makes a difference, today would be a good day for that. Billy's got about 10 minutes left, and I think 10 minutes will be good to wrap us up actually as well. That'll put us around 11:25, so you can all go hug your wife and kids and get your beers and get your wings and
I got to drive, so got to
draft and get posted up because it is football.
Want to try to get one more DK line up.
We got a couple more questions, so we'll try to go through these speed round quickly as we can. So
speed round.
Exactly. PPR versus half PPR would matter for Chubb versus Sutton. Main outside target for Wilson. Easy.
Agreed.
Strong disagree. AJ and Hollywood Brown are my wide receivers. CMC, Jamal, Javonte Williams are my RBs.
That was for the Sutton question.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I get it.
I'm still playing Chubb.
Yeah, I think you have to put Chubb in there, but
I don't give a fuck about how
amazing draft, my guy.
Yeah,
for tight end, Njoku, Hooper, Komet, or stuck with Ertz, full PPR.
I'd go with Ertz if he's playing. I mean, I know he's questionable, but
I know he's a little hurt, but yeah, I think you're good.
All right, speed round. Okay, these are guys that are on your waiver wire. Okay, this is why it's so good that you finished this. Pick up Von Bell.
Yeah.
Or Jalen Thompson.
I think
Either
Matt,
of those guys,
Jalen Thompson. What are we talking about? Isn't he like a
Jalen
top
Thompson or
10
Von Bell,
DB?
they should be in a starting lineup somewhere in your league this week. If they're
Yes.
not, they should be in yours.
I'm saying Jalen Thompson easy. Like that's easy for me.
Yeah, I like Johnson. I mean, I like Bell too, just because they play the Steelers. Both those games are going to be productive for defensive backs, I feel like. So, Christian Kirk, good guy, nice guy. Okay, problem is Curse plays tonight. I know, so I would go ahead and just pivot off Curse. Don't even. You don't want to. Yeah, just pivot off him. Get Thompson or Bell. I would go Thompson or Bell. It's either or.
And just throw him in. You're good.
Nick Cross, yeah, not really. I mean, if you can, whatever. I mean, I guess you could play him if he's the only option.
Rashawn Gary or Marcus Golden at defensive end.
Marcus Golden.
Yeah, Marcus Golden. He just got a little contract.
He's
Shauna making a late appearance.
Shauna.
He is here.
Barely saw you last year. 2 years ago, you were here all the time. Welcome
Good morning.
back. All right,
Choose
what we
two.
got here?
Barton, Campbell, Joker, Perryman, or Logan Wilson.
Logan Wilson for sure, and Campbell. Easy.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I have both those guys in my top 15 this week, I think. So I'll go there.
All right. One says questionable with the neck, did not practice. And then Bomber says the problem is we won't know if he's playing until most of the others played. That's why we just don't play him.
DK or Amon-Ra?
Amon-Ra for sure. Sun God. 12 o'clock report. Mike Davis is starter. Mike Davis versus Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon.
Yep.
I don't care.
Ruru says, happy birthday to your niece, my friend. I'm going to get some grub. Talk to you next week. Peace.
Fuck you.
Oh boy, Ruru. Damian Harris or Ramondre? I think it's Ramondre. I think they're trying to pivot off of Harris.
I don't know. I have zero Patriots except for Jabril Peppers. Like, I wish I could help you.
I was about to have Jude on. And I have Kendrick Bourne because eventually they'll realize he's the best receiver on the team. But not yet. All right. Joe says that Panthers jersey is horrendous. Hashtag keep pounding. Joe, shut up. Colt says Terry McLaurin or Mike Thomas, I think.
Terry
McLaurin or Mike Thomas. I don't know what I just said.
Give me Terry.
Yeah, Terry.
Last question. Just Damian Harris.
No, it's Damon Harris. Yeah, his answer to that question.
Do you think that the people at HBO realized when that they made a fall version of the Game of Thrones show that they would lose everyone to Sunday Night Football? That conversation happened.
They did not realize it. Well, it's not only that. It's not that they didn't realize it. It's that they think they're bigger than football. And I'm going to tell you this.
That's like, they're not. Everyone's going to watch that tomorrow. Maybe. Yep. Not tonight.
Hey, those numbers count too.
All right, people, we'll get you the last couple of questions in here because we love you. Then we're going to shut her down. Let's go. Yep. Appreciate it. Like I said, we'll be back here next week, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Join the Patreon. Throw us the super chats. Holler at us on Twitter. We will be there all day long. If you want to get in the Alpha chat, hit us up there. If you want to get in the Discord, holler at us on Twitter. We're here for you. We want to win. We all want to win. IDP Army, up only. All right, last question.
This is from AJ Hall or Michael Thomas for the flex.
Amon-Ra, easy. Amon-Ra.
That is
all
our
right.
guy.
IDP Army,
we
love you. We appreciate you. Let's go fuck them up this week.
All
right. Give them the business. Tell them who sent you. Good luck. We appreciate you. We love you. We're going to shut her down now, but we'll be on Twitter tilting with you guys all day long.
We'll see you Monday. We'll see you Wednesday. We'll see you Thursday. Like we got shows all week. So we'll see you in the comment sections.
All right. Peace.